Hi everybody, and we're back for part 2 of day 42. And I did go and get a light source, but for now it's looking like the light's okay in the room. So here we have our little booklet that we made, well, that I made, but you were along for the ride. And I don't know if I mentioned I'd put in some of these pages. Now, back to what the brief was. All right, Woodland, that's the brief. So I'm going to decorate. And I still have a couple of these free printables from Artie Mays. Maybe on her website, I'm not sure. And this is going to be a little envelope, which I started cutting out because I was doing a tester on all of the lighting situations and possibilities. And once again, I think that you can probably find this on either Andrea's Etsy store, although I'm not quite sure about freeze on Etsy store, or on her website. So yeah, I'll put a link. I'll put a link down below. I'll see if I can find where I got these from. I really would like to find a little template that has this circle shape. Oh, I did get some. Oh, actually, I did order one. I'll have to find that out and see if I can cut this a little bit. That's not bad. Look, you know, sometimes your cutting goes a bit skew-iff when you're cutting a circle or half a circle. Anyway, but I'm happy with that today. Now, going to just run my, it comes with my little scoring thing, but I've got another one somewhere, but you know, I've been gradually, it's funny, you know, I clean up and everything's fine, then all of a sudden I realise I've forgotten to clean up and everything's got totally messy. Just folding in the little envelope bits. So they'll be stuck down, and there'll be a little pocket like this. And the top. Beautiful. Let's stick these down. Let's just see, do I want this stuck on the outside? I think I'll stick it on the inside. I have the option, and if it's going to be, if it's tucked in somewhere, then you'll be able to see the back. I like that. I think I won't glue that down. I think that would be ruining the effect. It's beautiful. Thanks, Andrea. It's gorgeous. Pocket. Just a bit of clean that glue up so it doesn't stay shut. I haven't glued it shut. And this is a little card. I think it's designed Look, whoops, put that, where is it? There it is. There it is. I hope everyone's doing really well today. And by the way, today I went and visited my friend and got a very nice, we mentioned the other day we were missing cafe food. So I went and she made me a meal that was like what I would have in a cafe, such as a hash brown, a fried egg, some smashed avocado, which I don't know if that's something around the rest of the world. Smashed avocado in Australia is a thing. You get it on the side. It's like just a mashed up bit of whole avocado. And let's see if that is designed to fit into that. I think it might be, but I always wonder about these if they are a bit thick. I'm going to cut down the side a bit. What else do we have? All right, so I took over some roast pumpkin and she fried that up in some butter with some spinach. We were very healthy today. It was really good. Very, most enjoyable. And we just had a good old chat for a while, which was lovely. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a bit of card that might fit on. Right. Right. I swear, you know what you need? You need like a little, I'm going to get very geeky here. You need a little Star Trek machine, the one that makes the food on the spot, right there in front of you, and it has in it whatever you require. I'd like some card now, thank you. Okay, yes, that was mad. Which is okay. I don't mind being a little bit mad sometimes. All right, I am going to have to go and find the card stock that I wish for. 1 second. Because it's over the other side of the room. And you know what? I'm back. I'm going to actually put this cardstock right there in the little cubby hole there so that it's ready to go there. Okay. So let's just glue this down. Let's move that away. Gluing page. What do I need? Glue stick. And it was good to see a friend and just have a debrief. Actually, she's a really good friend for debriefing with. Debrief about the past however long. Really for me, I guess I've been in isolation for 8 months because I had surgery for cancer, and now I'm good, healthy, and it was nice to have a debrief of what that meant for me, you know, in terms of having been isolated for that long, because that's a long time. That is a long time. Okay, I've got this. That's good. Get the old corner punch. My old mate, corner punch. That's probably, oh, that's loud. Oh. Oh, how cute is that? Oh, that's such a nice, oh, does it fit? No, it's almost, I'm going to just take a very little amount off the bottom. And then as I was leaving, the sun came out and I went to Bunnings to get this. Oh, I'm putting it over there. That's super loud. So sorry. And now it shuts. That's nice. That's beautiful. Okay, so we've got one little pocket thing. And I have to work out where it's going. It'll need something a bit solid. enough. It will fit in a tuck spot, if that was a tuck spot, which it could be. Alright, that works for me. Yeah, beautiful sunny weather. It's been a good day today. Flatmate went back to work, and instead of being home working all day, I went out, which kind of wasn't really what the point was. Once she went back to work, I thought I'd be able to get on with it. But it was really nice to just go and see a friend and have a good old jaw wag, and numerous cups of tea and a beautiful lunch, and come out and there's the sun shining, and then go to Bunnings and get my light, which is very bright. Oh, I'm going to just turn it on and show you. Look how bright that is. Oh, this is crooked. Why is that all crooked? I have no idea. Right. That will fit in there, we hope. Once, let's put a bit more glue on that, because that's being naughty. Naughty bit of paper. Anyway, so it's been a funny day, because another friend rang and offered me a job as their media personnel. I was like, what? Well, thank you for thinking I'm good at that. I don't know that I'm good at that. But that's pretty amazing that you think so. After all, my YouTube's up. I'm still learning how to do it. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. Don't get me wrong. But like, I'm still learning how to get my lighting right and my editing and my camera set up. It's like, what? Thank you. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. That's really kind. What else do I want here? All right, these are beautiful little jars, but I'm a bit worried that I'm ending up. I was going to do some more butterflies. That's what I was going to do. Yes, all right. Filming, editing, and publicist. Gee, that's worth a lot of money, isn't it? Like, I don't know if he expects me to do that for nothing. That's like hours and hours of work. I have to get my negotiating game on. You know, it's funny, being this particular age, we've sort of, you know, over 50, let's just say over 50, nearly 60, getting there. We've sort of been there and done everything, you know, we've seen it all. We've had our experiences, and some of us have had our kids, and some of us have been stay-at-home mums for a while, and some of us have had jobs, etc. But the funny thing about this is that I'm at this point where I'm just sort of going, you know what, I'm not doing that for nothing. Doesn't matter how much of a friend you are, that actually would cost money. That would be, you know, a full day of, just for one video, a full day of filming, a full day or 3 of editing, and what's that worth? You know, like if my friend was doing that, who's an actual filmmaker, it would be thousands of dollars, but I don't think this little group of people have a budget for that. Anyway, I'm just waffling on again, which is okay because I just felt like it. All right, I've got 2 butterflies. What else can I put on this page? Bit of this nice type. Bit of how am I? Am I in frame? Oh, I was was wearing my glasses. Yeah, does anyone else even like wearing glasses? I mean, really? When I put them on, I think I need them on to see, but I feel like I actually see worse when I put them on. It's like, yuck, horrible. Do I like them? That's what I want there. Okay, woodland theme. Here's my butterflies for the woodlands. No, I don't want to cut that up. What do I want to cut up? What's on that? Oh, this was part of the... got to use up a bit of stuff. Well, otherwise we end up with thousands of scraps everywhere. So this page, the top of this was the top of this. So there's a bit of nice woodland stuff, don't you think? Put it down there. Just thinking what else. I'm just going to get my scrap drawer out because just need more stuff, need more things. Woodland. Oh, that's pretty flowers. Oh, here's part of my snippet roll. That'll do. I could possibly use that. Oh, it's amazing. All these things we've got in our little tubs of scraps. And I like, you know, I actually really like finding some of these things that are from out of the 100 days. You know, they're part of the journey of the 100 days, which has been really quite great, fabulous learning tool. And when I say that, it's not that I don't like, maybe I've said this before. Oh, here's my nature. Oh, there, I was looking for these. Here they are, the printouts of my nature printables. I haven't uploaded those yet because they're still part of, I'm still creating a nature digikit. I'm happy found this. Yay. Time to roll up the sleeves. Don't want that bit. Alright, what do I want on here? A little bit of this. Oh, this is fun, isn't it? Love it. Oh, come on. Okay. Maybe need the glitter glue, which is smells to me like PVA. Maybe someone might want to comment on their thoughts about that at some point in the future. Is it just PVA dressed up as glitter glue? That is the question. PVA with a new name. New fancy name. Right, I would like some doily on there. Get the bits that are solid, get the glue stick on those bits. It's hard to do a doily. That on the edge there, you're in frame. Stop moving, Christina. Come on, stick, stick. Oh my goodness me. What am I doing? Oh, it's stuck it on the other side. Oh, I don't know. What's wrong with you? Talking to myself. No, it's still... What side did I glue? Yeah, that side. What the hell? What's going on? I'm mad. Right, there we go. I think we got it now. And a bit there. And a bit of toweling. Get that bit. Now we did. Oh, it's still, what is wrong with it today? Stick down your thing, you. Wow, it really does not want to stick today. My hands are too sticky. Come on, come on. Okay, that's the doily. Here's the butterfly. Glitter glue. That's our little woodland theme butterfly. Okay, so I wonder, I know I just had a thought that I would like to paint on this, but because of the time restraint and because the light is slowly going and we'll have the bright light, and that's not a good enough excuse really. I don't know what it is about painting. I don't, unless I'm doing my little under a couple of minutes abstract a day things, I don't really like. I must sort myself out. I don't like painting on camera is what I was about to say. And that's not necessarily true, because I do paint on camera. I don't know. Well, maybe, I don't know about anyone else who's a mixed media person. Maybe this whole, like, when I'm doing paint and art mixed media stuff, am I just using a different bit of my brain or something? Because when I'm doing journaling, I sort of like I have a different thought process going on in my head somehow. I don't know. Is anyone else like that? I mean, I wouldn't mind knowing what other people think about that sort of stuff. All you mixed media people out there. Okay, some other things. What was nice about going out today, this is probably a really weird thing to say, but you know when you're home all the time and there's memes on the internet and jokes about this, you end up being in your tracksuit tracky dacks. That's in Australia, we call tracksuit pants. We call them tracky dacks because, you know, Australians can never keep anything to its proper word. We have to abbreviate everything. Tracksuit pants, we call them tracky dacks. Now, what do you call them everywhere else, I wonder? Because, like, tracky dacks, that's all I know them as. Are they called joggers, or is that... No, that's maybe the name of shoes. Joggers. Oh, that's nice. Ripped to the one bit I liked about it. Okay, so I think someone was saying, I was watching, was it Rachel I was watching the other day talking about the, or someone else talking about the, this transfer paper. Glue stick doesn't always work with it. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm using glitter glue. Let's see what happens. Put it this way. Oh, not bad. This actually don't want. That's the colouring in page. I don't really want glue on that. Oh, I just totally went off. So I totally went off what I was saying about tracky dacks. What I put a dress on is what I was going to say. I put a dress on to go out to visit my friend, and it felt nice because I've been just living in my yoga pants. That was what I meant to say. Now, I think that these cards, they kind of, they will just fit in, but they won't fit in maybe very well to a tuck spot. So, I like this one because it's got the caterpillars and the flower, and I might just cut it. So I've printed that out onto cardstock, so it's I think it's 210 GSM I just cut. Just making it a little bit smaller. Because with these you can also re-ink the edges. You can cut it smaller, re-ink the edges, and round the corners. I'll do it away from the camera this time. That was so super loud. And then this one isn't super loud, so there you go. There, okay. I'm not going to ink the edges today at the moment because I'm really just doing this little booklet. Now, that could go into a, let's see, the height would fit with a belly band, but then that it might fall in or out. All right, we've got that little tuck. We've got that. We've got that. Oh, actually, you know what? I like that. I kind of like that just right there like that. Then it's not really a usable card, is it? What if no, not happy with that. What if, where's my little cute little gold paper clips. Thank you, Officeworks. What if that is just there, like that? Right. That's a nice little, now I folded that and I shouldn't have. But you know what? I'm going to fold it like that. And going to cut this one down. Move all the stuff out of the way. Put this in here so it doesn't dry out and get all stuck. How are we going for light? Are we doing all right? I'm going to cut this butterfly so as it's a smaller card. Paper clips are just a bit of a marvel, aren't they? Hang on, let me get this straight. So anyway, my friend and I were having a bit of a discussion about age and how we know where we're at. We know how sometimes things are a little bit harder. Sometimes, because we've both got a sore hip at the moment, so we're both going, oh, it's a bit harder having a sore hip like this. We just know that sometimes, oh, that doesn't fit. Oh, what a, okay, that's going there. I don't know what that's doing. That is not doing anything right now. That actually is going to do something. It's going to have this on it. All right, I like that. Making it up as I go, always. So yes, we were having a laugh about just basically age, you know, basically. Because sometimes when I'm videoing, I'm like, oh, if I was younger, maybe I wouldn't wander off onto so many different topics and subjects. But you know what? It's just bad luck. That's how I am now. How unprofessional of me. I've talked about the curse of imperfection before. So the important thing is not to judge yourself. Let's stop judging ourselves for having lived a pretty good full life so far. That's going to lift up a little bit. Oh, let me cut this. I love that edge there, so I'm going to cut below it so as that stays, because I really like that. Have I got it? I'll see if I have got it within the parameter of the page. That's a bit rough. I want to do this. This is what I want to do. Alright. Don't know how that's lifting up. Stay down. I'm actually going to do this. Excuse me, page. So I'm trying to get all the other pieces of paper out of the way. So I can cut this. That's better. Now it can be a tuck spot. There we go. That's better. Oh, I know. I'm going to put one of these little altered paper clips that was from the other day. Once again with Artie Maze's beautiful paper. The little butterfly stamp in that kit. Right, before I do that, oops, with the paper, I want to do a little stamping. Glue some of this down first. Just gonna strengthen that bit of paper a bit where the clip's gonna go. Just putting a little bit of collage there. A bit of collage. Everything's about collage. Love my collage. It's a funny word. Do you ever find that when you're saying things and you say them a couple of times, you just go, what is that word? That's just the weirdest word. Collage. It's very French. Oh, collage. Oh. What is wrong with me? You know what? The guy that offered me a job I have a little crush on. That's what's wrong with me. I hope he doesn't ever watch this. That'll be embarrassing. No, it won't. He knows. Right, there we go. Oh dear, I'm just mad today. There we go. That's cute. It had gone. It had dried. We missed the window. Are you allowed to have a crush on a guy when you're this age? I think so. Who cares? I'm single. I'm allowed to have a crush on someone. Oh, don't you hate that? I'm have to cover it up now. Damn it. Oh, that's all right. I'll do that. I like that. Everything works out. So I shouldn't have been talking about having a crush. I got distracted. And everything underneath my page got in the way of that time. That's what happened. Oh, this transfer paper, I really like it. It doesn't, let's try ripping it along the grain. Oh, that worked. I feel like I would like also to, I think that's a bit too thin for a pocket. If it had card, no. Did I find spare card? I guess I did. Okay, I'm going to stick that there and then hang on, get that out the way. Work out there, that's going to go. Put this on the square and my ruler and cut this on that edge. That line there will do the trick. Now I'm going to stick that down on that, which will require me to put this glue. Now it's starting to get, the light's starting to get a little bit dim for me, for my eyes, which might mean that it's getting a bit grainy for you, which might mean that I should turn my light on. But now I'm having a bit of a thought that that might be horrible for you, because you started with the natural light, which I much prefer myself. So I don't know, viewers, what do you think? If it's too grainy, let's turn the light on. Oh, blimey. That's like being under the lights at the MCG, which is... What's the MCG, you ask? Unless you're Australian, you wouldn't probably know. The MCG is the Melbourne Cricket Ground. And at night when they turn on all the lights, that's what it does. It's like that. Your eyeballs are caught in the headlights, like a deer in the headlights. Oh no, I can hear the cat. I specifically fed her so she'd stay outside and wouldn't do that. And now I can hear her. Was this going here? Is this the way we're going? Yes, it is. Now, so I would like to make this a pocket. So we're going to do down here, but I'll also just get that stuff down too. Bit of washi along the bottom of that, I think. If I can find a close by one that's woodlandy enough. Ooh, I was thinking I'd use this because this has got all flowers on it, but this reminds me of, see that? Doesn't that remind you of a deer? A deer in the forest? Well, it reminds me of a deer in the forest. Don't know about you. It certainly reminds me. What do we need now? We need... These are going to be too... yeah, definitely too big and not... Okay, that won't work. What about... Let me just cut this down the middle. And see if... So this is the inside line and that's the outside line. So that's, even if I cut it to this line, that's too big. So that's not going to work. I've also got this little thing from Artie Mays. Maybe a mason jar or two will fit in there. All right, let's do that. Now these need to be, oh that's good, that light's bright enough I can see to fold along the line. Because then these are glued together. Oops. That's one folded correctly. Oh, come here, scissors. Glue. Now will I use that or will I use the glitter glue? It's kind of good doing this way because it kind of goes right to the edges. Okay, let's see how we go with that. Now, the cutting around the line skills. You will see the skills. Ah, meow, I can hear her. It's like having a baby, you know. I've said that before. But it's like, because she's my cat, it's like having your own child where all they have to do is go, Mum, and you just jump. Has anyone been in that supermarket situation where some kid yells out Mum and you think it's your child and you jump and go, oh yeah, what do you want? She's right up at the window, meowing her little head off. Oh, I have to take a photo. I should just take the camera and show you, but that's like too awkward. She's actually can't, if that window was open she wouldn't be able to get in because it's up on the second story. She's managed to get up on the roof and she's put her little paws up on the window and trying to see inside the window. But even if the window was open, she couldn't get in because it's one of those clerestory windows, you know, the long thin ones, and it does not open up wide enough for her to get in. So she's just been very, very naughty and annoying lately. Oh, isn't that perfect? How good is that? All right. I think the glitter glue was good in that situation, so I'll just do it again. Oh, she's gone. Like I said before, I would have her in if she was the sort of cat that would just sit in a basket, like Wendy's cat on the table, but she doesn't. She has IBS, so even though she gets more food than she probably should have, but the problem is that it irritates her so much that she just is hungry all the time, and so she's getting a little bit more than she should have because she just is so irritated. And I've tried the special food, and I've said this story before, but I've tried the special food and it doesn't work for any length of time. It works for a little while and then it stops working again. And I've tried the just alternating with just normal other cat food, like low grain, low allergy type of food, and she does all right with that for just a little while, and then she just basically gets starving again. And so this is the vet, like the vet said, this is what happens with a cat that has an autoimmune disease, and there's not really much I can do, and it just feels awful that like she seems to be starving all the time. Oh, that's so cute. But that's just how it is. Sorry, cat. She's 12, 11 or 12 now. That's how long I've had her. All right. Oh, and then you turn it over and you get that beautiful picture. Then we've got the gold, and we've got this. I'm not doing anything. This was where I thought I could attach something that made something like, you know, like a card or something. Could actually just cut this. Oh, I might do that. See, just make it up as you go. It's good though, it's fun. Having all the fun. Anyway, so just before I started this video, so it hasn't, like, I've just fed her. I've fed her wet food because I didn't feed her that this morning because I knew I was going out, and I thought when I get back I want to do a video, so I'll feed her her wet food when I get back home, and that's what's happened. I've got home and I fed her so I can actually get on with some stuff, and it's only worked for not even an hour before she's just completely harassing me. Okay. So if she was inside, like she does come, of course she's inside a lot, but if she was right inside now, she'd be doing that. In the door, out the door. Scratch on the door, meow, meow, demand for food. And it's, look, it's sad. It's just the way it is with some cats. I haven't been able to find any other way around it. I've tried the different foods. I've tried all sorts of different things, and it's just what the vet said. It's an autoimmune disease, and there's nothing you can do about it. So hopefully she has a good old life for as long as it goes. Okay, I like that. Beautiful little card, and that's like a writing spot. What goes on here? Yeah, so this is the printout on transparent tracing paper of my snippet rolls. looking. I was just actually going to use a credit card to sort of flatten that down. I'm not happy with that. I think it will dry clear, but it's going to be all streaky. That's the only problem with the glues that are quick. You don't get that time to... No, it sort of soaks in really quickly. That's not doing what I wanted it to do. Oh well. Oh well, that's how it is. It's not too bad. Actually, I can feel it. I can feel the ridges of it, but it's not too bad in terms of it doesn't look... It's not totally obvious. So I hope the light isn't bothering anyone. I did actually want to have the option of being able to work, you know, day or night. I didn't want to always be stuck with you've got to do it only between lunch and 4 because that's the only time you have the light and that's the only time that the sun's not streaming in and blinding you or just being too bright to, you know, on the table. And yes, I've moved the room around and I've moved the camera around and that cat's now getting agitated. My goodness. Anyway, maybe that's a sign that I've done enough for now with this. Okay, so the glue comes through the back a bit, you can see that. A bit more there. Peeling up. These are, like, I love it. I don't want to do anything to it right now. I don't need to do anything to that. We've got this second half of the book. I'm going to cut I'm zooming along a bit now, just aware that the time is getting on. I get annoyed when the cat starts annoying me. My flatmate will probably be home soon. Wow, she's really scratching that window. Boy, oh boy. I don't know what else to do with that cat, really, to be honest. No, really, when I finish, I'm going to actually get the camera and show you. I don't know if it's easy to do. Oh no, we did that on the last time on that one, and it was like really hard to put that with the paper clip. Here we go. Just going to do a quick little last minute bits and pieces, just using up a couple of the scraps. And these are this thinner paper, this sort of, I like this because it kind of gives it a little bit of weight. There. I can smooth that out a bit. Can you hear her? I mean, anyone would think she didn't get 2 meals a day, wasn't inside by the heater having cuddles at night, etc. Anyone would think that poor, poor cat, what a hard life she has. It's so pathetic. It's like a pathetic thing. I'm going to take a photo of her. I will. I'll put it in the frame. Look, honestly, I think this is it for me today. It's brilliant, lovely. Number 42, was it? What are we up to? Yeah, part 2 of 42, and a Jibid Neary Woodland inspired little booklet journal thing with some of my favourite things in there. Butterflies, gorgeous golden paper, handmade paper, and some of my collages. And there you have it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe you, oh, did you hear that? She's really trying to jump up into the glass. Jump up into the window. Unbelievable. Okay, I'm finished for now. I'll get a photo of it and put it in. Hope you have a good day. Bye for now.